Okay. So I think we're running out of time. So I'll just wrap up in like 10 minutes and if you have questions. So as I was saying before we got cut off, if you can see, this is A and B. A and B is 3 and 4. Sum of 3 and 4 is 7, which we printed out here. Sum of C and D, 5 and 6, is 11. We printed it out. Now, this one, this is what's printed out. It's A and C, that's 8. But D did not get a value. We did not return anything to D. So when we are printing out here, that's why we're getting undefined. But if I say, after you print out the sum here, you know what? Return it to whoever is calling me. You will see that D would also print. So let me clear this and print. So do we understand? Does anyone not understand? Hello, I need feedback.
Okay, I think we understand to some levels, but definitely we need to understand who our audience are. Okay, so my advice is for all of us here, it's very, very advisable that tomorrow morning you join us for JavaScript basics. So I think we'll go a little more in depth into what JavaScript is, because everything is writing here is JavaScript. So we should understand, maybe that will give us more idea. For now, what he has done is working and it's correct. But maybe this video will be uploaded on YouTube. You can go through it again to have better understanding. But if you really want to do Node.js, you need to understand JavaScript. And so we'll be having JavaScript tomorrow morning. So you can join us. Ariza, are you done or you still want to ask some
No,
questions?
I'm done. I'm just waiting to see if anyone has any questions or anyone understands this so far. Is there anything you are struggling to understand here?
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
You see, we have a variable D, which is assigned a value of 6.
Yes. Okay, let me answer. I think I know where your question is going to. So let me answer that with a little code.
Thank you.
That's a very good question. So what Mukasa was saying is, we have a D here and D is 6. So why is it that when we are printing out the value of D here, it changes to 8 and not 6? So it's like this. Now, before I assign this sum to D, right? Okay, if I remove this right now, if I remove that and I print out D, D will be 6, right?
Correct.
But in the process, in the application flow, the value of D can change. So how will I use to describe this? Just give me a second, let me think of an example. Okay. When you create your, let's say, when you have your mobile phone, your SIM card, MTN, you have 0 recharge card. You have, what do you call it? Data balance of 0. When you buy if we change this to top up, when we buy, no, sorry, let's create a method, top up function, top up. When you buy let's say you are top up 1,005 or top up 100 naira. When you buy 100 naira MTN, we are returning 100 naira here, 100. Do you understand? So
we are not all Nigerians.
Oh, okay, sorry. Whichever service provider, whichever service provider you are using, your data service provider, you top up when you purchase the SIM card, it's 0 data, right? And now we are saying at the point of, if you run this like this, it's 0. But at some point you decided that, oh, after I purchased it here, I want to top up 100. We change it, we say D is equals to top up 100. And this returns 100, meaning this changes the value of D from 0 to 100.
Correct.
Do you understand? So that's what happened when I changed the sum.
Okay. Thank you.
So the value of your variable can change in an application. Later on, we can discuss, there's something called constant. You can declare a variable as a constant, or is it final? So you can declare a variable in a way that it should not change. Do you understand? But that's for later on, not today. So that, do you understand the answer to your question?
Yes. Very clear.
Do we have any other question? Or something you don't understand?
In conclusion, thank you very much. In conclusion, I would just like to ask, can you just try to tell us what, again, I know you've mentioned it, but let's just refresh our memory, what Node.js can or is used for in real life scenario?
So usually it's mostly used for like real-time applications, like chat services, push-based services, like to create push notifications, like the way you get Facebook push notifications on your mobile phone. You can create a Node.js app to push things to your mobile phones. And you can do simple applications as well with it. You can create a REST server with it. Since you guys don't really know what REST is now, I'm not sure how to explain that. But yeah, you can use it for quite a couple of things. I don't know, does that answer the question?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so
a quick question.
Yeah.
Before Arinze goes, how do you comment in Node.js? How do you write
like
comments
this,
if I want to do it?
double slash, double backslash.
Okay.
Like when you run this, it doesn't affect anything in the program. It ignores it. It's just a comment. Or you can do, this is single line comment and this is block comment.
So it goes close to
Java.
I think it's Java.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so that's it. I think that's all for today. I don't really know how to create the agenda for Wednesday class, but we can see the knowledge by Wednesday and then we'll know what to do from there.
Okay, yes. So by Wednesday, we are going to do a real life application and examples. So we'll run it through from beginning to the end and how to get everything done. So I'll work with you maybe tomorrow so we can come up with that for people to really appreciate the usefulness of Node.js. Node.js, like he explained, is very powerful, and especially for your push-based notifications, like on your phone, you just got an alert that somebody just added you as a friend on Facebook, all these alerts that you get on your mobile apps, and for server REST services and all that. So, but for some of us, those are just the simple explanations we can give for now, and it requires you to have a prior knowledge of JavaScript, like I said, before you can attend this class. So I thought that we are going to have some people that already know JavaScript so that this will be easier. But unfortunately, we are a mixed students, so it's fine, it's okay. So, but like I said, tomorrow morning we'll continue with where we stopped in CSS and do a little more of JavaScript. So by the time we are coming back on Wednesday, starting from scratch for a particular example to finish might become very easier for us. Okay, thank you very much, Rinze. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for the efforts that you have put into this. So we'll be ending the lecture now, and then if there are no questions, or if you have further questions, probably while following your environment was not even working, or you're having issues, you can send us an email at developerscollegespgs@gmail.com. Then from there, we can, I will forward them to Arinze, and Arinze would respond back to you on time. Okay, so if there are no further questions, okay, Emmanuel, you are raising your hand.
No, it's
Yep.
just a comment. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Marinze. This is a good foundation, and I think it's going to help if we by ourselves do some pre-study on the topic, and it helps to move faster. So it's something that I never thought I would move this far with this, and it helps to continue by running a quick self-study on it, understanding the terms and everything else, even before the JavaScript starts.
Yes.
I think I would just encourage us to try and just take time and maybe just visit W3 schools or anywhere on the internet. That will help us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Arinze. This
No problem.
makes sense for me.
Thank you very much. Any other comments, questions?
Yes. I'm actually having a problem. It's actually not this class right now. The email I sent an email that I couldn't. I was having receiving an error, so
Yes.
when I was trying to do it.
What I'll do is okay, yeah. Sorry, Arinze, you can take your leave now. So for anyone that wants to install Java and you are having a problem, because this evening we are going to be continue with our Java class. So if you want to install IntelliJ by 1 p.m. today, I'm going to create a meeting and invite you. So you can just send me an email so that I can invite you. Then we all try to do the installation together. Because it's good, IntelliJ is quite good. So apart from we just doing it on repl.it, it's good for us to use IntelliJ so that we can really see how this is done real life and not just some examples. So to answer your question, IG, so I would require you to send me your email again to Developers College,
So
and then
through chat now.
because once I end this meeting, it disappears or something. Okay, I think there's a way I can get it. Don't worry. So you can send it to the chat. I'll get all the chats from my text file. You can send it, or maybe everybody should do that. Put your emails down so I know who to invite. So by 1 p.m. we all meet and we try to do the installation before 6 p.m. when the Java course will come up. Okay, is that all? Any more questions?
That's all for now.
Okay, thank you very much. So we'll see you by 1 p.m. for those of us that want to install IntelliJ, and 6 p.m. for Java class. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.